Hi, I'm Mohit Singla and welcome to the My Life page. Today we'll talk about business strategy as a profession. But before that, let me give you a brief introduction about myself. I have about 20 years of experience in various industries and various fields, mostly in the area of business strategy. Worked in fields as vast as FMCG, advertising, background screening, e-learning, among other things. So basically, let me talk about something about my education. I did my 12th or higher secondary in non-medical, did my graduation in commerce, and then did my master's in advertising and marketing from University of Pune. So I started my career with the FMCG sector with Kimberly-Clark in 1999, which is basically into paper products. From then I worked in various diverse industries. Worked in the .com sector during its boom, which is egurukul.com. Then I went into advertising with IB. Is when you're a part of an organization or running any business, to be able to service or provide services or a product to an end customer, it is very important to define what the approach or strategy for your business is going to be. You cannot create a product without understanding how that product will be taken to the market, or understanding your customer, or understanding what are the costs of production of that product, what are the timelines for let's say a distribution cycle. So all of these things and more is what falls under business strategy. You can focus on one of these areas or you can focus on all of them. All of the above would fall under the same proportion. So for example, you might be an expert in creating a strategy for taking a product to the market. So somebody, let's say, so for example, Apple makes an iPhone, right? Now there basic accounting. You have to have, if not extensive, some understanding of how accounting and how how it works. The most important skills would be problem solving. You cannot create an effective strategy if you're not an effective problem solver. As I look at it, everything in business can be stated as a problem. So let's say we've created a new product, correct? Now you want to sell it to a customer. So what is the problem? What is the problem statement here? The problem is you get to work on a lot of new projects. If you love problem solving, then it's a great space to be in, because the market is constantly evolving, the scenarios, your competition, everything is constantly changing, and you need to constantly evolve your strategy. So if you love doing new things, business strategy is something that will never get monotonous. You need to constantly upgrade your skills. With the evolving field, if you're not upgrading your skills constantly, then somewhere after a point in time your strategy will become dated or might not really apply to the new environment or changing environment. Professional, it can be challenging. I mean, it can be really the first thing I would want to say is it can be really stressful, or it can be extremely easygoing. So it depends on what phase are you in. So today you go to let's say you go for your work, or you get in touch with a client and they ask you to create a strategy. How your day will go will depend on how close are you in terms of timeline of executing the strategy. Or if you've executed a strategy and something goes wrong, the day can be really stressful in terms of you'll try to firefight, you need to get in touch with vendors, you need to get in touch with clients, you maybe need to cross coordinate with a lot of teams inside. You need to monitor, what are the various actions that are being taken. Or on the other hand, it can be an extremely relaxing day that you implemented a strategy and everything is going great, and all you're doing is sitting back and monitoring that how the strategy is executed. It also depends on what level of strategy are you at, and what component are you working on. At times you might just be required, so depending on the kind of profession you are in, you might just be required to create a strategy document and then pass it on, and others would implement it. So your focus will only be on brainstorming, creating the strategy and passing it on to others. But if you are on the implementation side of implementation of a strategy, then the whole field changes in terms of, then you need to make sure that the people that you send into the field are there, and so on and so forth. So I would say it can be very interesting. So the day can be very interesting. It can be as relaxing as sitting back and drinking coffees, and as busy as probably firefighting into the middle of the night. So guys, I hope that I've been able to shed some light on what it takes to be a business strategy professional, right? I hope some of you benefit from it. And at the end, I would just want to say that it's a very exciting field. Every senior person, every CEO, every CTO, every chief executive that you look at cannot reach there without being an effective business strategy professional. So I wish you all the very best. Thank you.